10 top tourist attractions in Dubrovnik. Did you know that Dubrovnik, often called the Pearl of the Adriatic, has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979? The city, with its stunning medieval architecture and dramatic coastal views, has become a dream destination for millions of travelers worldwide. But beyond its beauty, there's so much more to Dubrovnik than meets the eye. From ancient fortresses to vibrant local markets, this Croatian gem offers experiences that are as rich in history as they are in breathtaking scenery. Today, we're diving into the top 10 attractions in Dubrovnik, each one a must-see for anyone visiting this spectacular city. City walls of Dubrovnik. The city walls of Dubrovnik are one of the most iconic features of the city. Stretching over 1.2 miles, these massive walls date back to the 13th century and were originally built to protect the city from invaders. Walking along the top of these stone fortifications, you'll be treated to panoramic views of the Adriatic Sea, the old town's terracotta rooftops, and the towering peaks of surrounding mountains. The walls themselves are a marvel of medieval engineering, with fortresses, towers, and bastions strategically placed to defend against any threat. However, don't be fooled by their beauty. Walking the city walls can be challenging for those with limited mobility, or during the scorching summer months, as there's little shade and the sun can be brutal. Old Town, Stari Grad. Dubrovnik's Old Town, known locally as Stari Grad, is a living museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that will take you back in time with every step you take. From the moment you enter through one of its grand gates, you're surrounded by narrow cobblestone streets, stunning Baroque buildings, and centuries-old churches that make this place feel like something out of a fairy tale. The blend of Venetian and Mediterranean architectural styles is a photographer's dream. However, be mindful while strolling through these winding streets. The crowds can feel like an overwhelming tide, particularly in the peak tourist months of July and August. It's easy to get lost, both in the beauty and the maze-like alleys, but that's part of the charm. There's always something to discover around every corner. Fort Lovrijenac, Fort Lawrence, often referred to as Dubrovnik's Gibraltar of the East, Fort Lovrijenac stands high on a rocky outcrop, overlooking the sea and the old town below. Built in the 11th century, it has historically served as both a fortress and a symbol of resistance, particularly during times when Dubrovnik sought to defend its independence from Venice. Today, it's a must-visit for anyone interested in history, military architecture, or Game of Thrones fans. Yes, this is the famous Red Keep from the series. The fort is an impressive structure, with massive stone walls, a drawbridge, and commanding views of the coastline. But here's the catch. Getting up to the fort involves a steep climb, so wear sturdy shoes and be ready for a bit of a workout. Once you're at the top, though, the reward is well worth it. Rector's Palace. Situated in the heart of the Old Town, the Rector's Palace is one of Dubrovnik's most significant historical buildings. Once the seat of the Republic of Ragusa's government, this Renaissance palace now houses the Dubrovnik Museum, showcasing artifacts that highlight the city's political and cultural evolution over centuries. The palace is an architectural masterpiece with its ornate facades, elegant arches, and intricate stonework that speaks to the city's wealth and sophistication during the Renaissance. Inside, you'll find an impressive collection of artwork, armor, and relics from Dubrovnik's long and storied history. However, while it's a must-see for history buffs, the crowds inside can sometimes detract from the experience, especially during peak tourist season. Still, the atmosphere is charming, with the museum offering a fascinating glimpse into the past. Sponza Palace. Another jewel of Dubrovnik's Old Town is the Sponza Palace, a stunning example of Gothic and Renaissance architecture. Built in the 16th century, this palace once housed the city's customs office, but today it serves as an archive and museum, storing invaluable documents that detail Dubrovnik's history. The building's exterior is adorned with intricately carved stonework, and the interior boasts a beautiful atrium with a vaulted ceiling. One of the palace's most important functions has been preserving Dubrovnik's historical documents, many of which survived the devastating 1667 earthquake. Visiting the Sponza Palace feels like stepping into a time capsule, with every room exuding historical significance. Lokrum Island. A short boat ride from the city, Lokrum Island is a lush green paradise that offers a refreshing break from the heat of the Old Town. Known for its botanical gardens, historic monasteries, and crystal clear waters, Lokrum is a popular day trip destination for visitors looking to unwind. The island is a haven for nature lovers, with plenty of trails to explore as well as secluded coves and beaches where you can swim or sunbathe in peace. For history enthusiasts, the island is home to the ruins of a 12th century Benedictine monastery, as well as a castle built by the Habsburgs in the 19th century. One of the most unique features of Lokrum is its resident population of wild peacocks who roam freely throughout the island. While the island's beauty is undeniable, keep in mind that it can get quite crowded during the summer, and the boat trips from Dubrovnik can sometimes be packed. Dubrovnik cable car. For one of the best views of the city, a ride on the Dubrovnik cable car is a must. The cable car takes you up to Mount CRD, where you'll be treated to a panoramic view of Dubrovnik, the surrounding islands, and the sparkling Adriatic Sea. The ride itself is an experience, offering an exhilarating ascent with breathtaking vistas on all sides. Once you reach the top, there's a restaurant and an observation deck where you can sit back, relax, and take in the view, but there's a catch. The cable car can be a bit of a tourist trap, especially during the high season. The lines can be long and ticket prices aren't cheap. If you're on a budget, consider hiking up to the top instead. It's a challenging trek, but the views are equally spectacular. Regardless of how you choose to reach the summit, the Dubrovnik cable car is one of the best ways to experience the city's stunning geography from a whole new perspective. Banja Beach. Located just a short walk from the Old Town, Banja Beach is Dubrovnik's most famous stretch of sand, offering a perfect spot to relax after a day of sightseeing. The beach is beautifully framed by the city walls and overlooks the shimmering Adriatic Sea. While the beach is relatively small, it offers everything you need for a day in the sun. Loungers, bars, and even water sports rentals. However, Banja Beach can be a bit pricey as it caters mostly to tourists, with drinks and food costing significantly more than you'd find in other parts of the city. Despite this, it's hard not to fall in love with the crystal clear water and the view of the Old Town just across the bay. If you're looking for a more relaxed, beachy vibe while still being close to Dubrovnik's historic center, this is the perfect spot. Just be sure to arrive early to grab a good spot, as it can get crowded quickly, especially in the summer months. Franciscan Monastery and Museum. The Franciscan Monastery in Dubrovnik is one of the oldest and most significant monasteries in Croatia. Built in the 14th century, it's not just a place of worship, but also home to a fascinating museum that houses one of the oldest pharmacies in Europe, dating back to 1317. Stepping inside, you'll immediately feel a sense of tranquility as you enter the peaceful cloister and courtyard. Surrounded by ancient arches and stone walls, the museum showcases artifacts from Dubrovnik's long history, including manuscripts, religious relics, and art pieces that paint a vivid picture of the city's cultural heritage. But what truly makes this monastery stand out is its pharmacy, an almost 700-year-old institution that continues to operate today. When you visit, make sure to take some time to explore the pharmacy section. It's not every day you get to step into a living piece of history. So, have you been to any of these incredible places in Dubrovnik, or are you planning to go soon? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more travel tips, and share this video with your fellow explorers. Stay tuned for more travel adventures in our upcoming videos. You won't want to miss it. See you in the next one!